Welcome back to Hot Rod Guy Garage, and this is going to be an episode on the 96 Metro. So watch along with me and we'll see what we get in. So guys, you made it through the intro. So if you're not a subscriber, I appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. But this episode is going to be on this 96 Metro. If you remember this was a $240 Metro that I bought and we got running in another couple episodes. Well, there's some things have changed around Hot Rod Guy Garage, and Project Blue Balls, which was the Metro that I drove every day, has now been passed on to another YouTuber that is aspiring to start his channel. I really hated to let the car go, but sometimes, you got too many cars, something's got to go, guys. So I've spent some money and I've ordered some parts for, the unnamed 96 Metro. Get any ideas what to name it? Put it down in the comments below. But pretty much in this video, guys, we're going to go over what the real cost is to get a car back on the road that has set a considerable amount of time with neglected maintenance. And we'll go from there. I do have some cool things that I am going to add to this car, and hopefully they'll be in this video. So watch along with me. So guys, basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what has changed since the last 96 Metro video where we got it running and driving. So I have come in here and done a few things preemptively because I have been having to drive this car the past couple days. So the biggest thing I've done, I put a time belt and a water pump and a couple of belts on it and the cam and crank seals. That's covered in one of my DIY videos on the 3-cylinder. The 4-cylinder is super simple. It's pretty much the same process as the 3, except you have to take this motor mount right here loose and put a floor jack under your oil pan so you can let the motor down to get the crank pulley and stuff off of it. Also done a full tune-up, NGK iridium plugs, some new high quality plug wires, and I did put a new distributor in it also. That distributor was like $27 on Rock Auto. We'll see how long it lasts. And the other big thing I did, I put a valve cover gasket on it. And as you can tell, I painted the valve cover. It's a little brighter gold than the factory color, but it will work. And I did put a new air filter in it and clean the throttle body. So basically, that gets us up to a good running motor level. I still got to change the oil in it. But I got a big old pile of parts over here, which is 2 front control arms, front rotors, rear drums, calipers, rear brake shoes, and some other stuff, and a master cylinder, and some of that other important stuff that you need to change. Especially, when it's in such a state of neglect as this car was. Also got a new set of tires sitting over there. I'm waiting on a set of wheels. And, of course, I got some new shocks and struts. So, I got a lot of work to do. So, pretty much, guys, I'm going to kind of do a DIY video in relation to this video. This video will just literally be about me doing this work and what the total cost is to get the car to a 100% safe level and to a reliable level where you could get in a car like this and drive it every single day and not really have any worries. So let's get busy. So working right along, working on the rear brakes. Got the rear brake shoes on it, got one new drum on it, putting bearings and lug studs in the other drum. All this stuff, guys, is just preventative maintenance on this car. So I'm gonna get these rear brakes wrapped up. I'm gonna show them to you first, and I guess I'll put the rear shocks and rear springs in it that I got. Then we'll move on to the front. I won't put out a DIY video on that rear drum brakes because I know a lot of people are scared of them. These are really simple. Hardest part's getting the drum off and getting everything transferred over. So let's get busy. So got our new wheel cylinder and brake shoes on there and our new hardware kit on this side. And got our new drum and everything on this side. So went ahead and sprayed that strut down with some penetrating oil and that sway bar end link. I'm sure they're going to be fun to get off. So a lot of you probably screaming, well, why are you doing all this stuff? Safety stuff, guys. You can drive it around like it is until something breaks, or you can fix it ahead of time. I like to fix stuff ahead of time on my own stuff. Well, the day's really flying by. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon. You know, I've not been working on this since about a little after lunch. And I had to make a run to the parts store. Got the front brakes, front lower control arms on. The only thing I really got left to do at this point under the car is, you know, put the front struts on it. And that's going to come with a problem until I get these brakes bled. So I'm going to go ahead and put this master cylinder on here, see if I can get these brakes bled. Because I got to rob the front springs off Project Fritro. Long story short, I had a set of springs, a set of lowering springs for a 95 up car. And when I put Fritro back together, I put them in the front of it. So I just put the rear ones in this car. I need the front ones back. So yeah. Got one floor jack, 2 jack stands, and the car is currently sitting on all of them. So let's see where we get. And alright guys, it's super late. It's like 8 o'clock at this point. Got those front struts swapped over. Got the alignment roughed in with measuring tape. Flip camera and I'll show you the car. I'm still waiting on a set of wheels, and I still have some other stuff to do to it. Like change the oil, put some antifreeze in it. I got a steering wheel cover for it. You know, just little small stuff at this point, and a fuel filter. But for what all I've done to the car, now I got it up to a point where all the maintenance is caught up on it. There's still a couple little things I would like to change, like the sway bar bushings and end links. And there is a little rust repair to do on the rear sway bar mounts. I will do that obviously later because it's not a safety concern at the current moment. But stick with me here and we'll talk about the total cost and what actually it cost time-wise to do this kind of work on a $240 car. So, got the car on the ground, and as you can see, those lowering springs that I had did lower it quite a substantial amount. You may wonder why Project Blue Balls, well, not Blue Balls, because Blue Balls is at a new home, but Project Fritro had these same front springs in it, and you remember how it sat. Well, the difference is we have a 4-cylinder at this 96, and they were also 96, you know, body style springs. So, the car sits a lot better. And to be honest, I can't wait for my wheels to come in. So, basically all I got left to do, I got to jack this thing up, tighten up jam nuts on tie rod ends, and it should be good for the night. So, tomorrow morning I will pull this car back in, I'll change the oil, do that fuel filter, and hopefully Monday my wheels will show up. Typical FedEx stuff. It showed it was going to be delivered today, and they didn't get delivered. So, you know, thanks FedEx for the letdown. So, let's talk about cost, guys. Now, this is going to be scary to a lot of you. And remember, labor is not free unless you do it yourself. And even then, your labor is not free. So, basically, guys, I've got $1,668.81 in parts, which is a whole bunch, but I will drop a picture of what all I ordered over here on the side right about right now. So I've replaced a bunch of stuff, guys. I'm overly anal about stuff I drive, and I like it to be almost perfect. So if you take that $1,668.81 and let's just say 15 hours of labor. Any shop's going to charge you way more than that to do the job that I done. But I have about 7 hours in it today, and I'll probably have another 3 or 4 in it tomorrow. So I just rounded up to 15 hours. Now keep in mind, I done this at a $50 an hour shop rate. That's what I charge in my shop for big jobs. This is a big job. And I don't charge by what the job calls for. I charge for the time that it takes. And it ends up saving big money on big stuff. Usually thousands of dollars. So you add the 15 hours of labor, and we're at $24.18.81, which is a lot of money in a $240 car. So let's add the $240 in. So we're at $26.58.81, and that's what I'll have in this car at that point. And pretty much I'll have what I have right here. Now keep in mind, this car does need a few little rust repairs. It does need a paint job. The interior, it needs a headliner, and the dash could be used to be pulled and redyed. But other than that, it's a pretty decent, good running car. The motor's super clean inside. Transmission shifts good. So at this point, guys, and this is what a lot of people don't remember, when you buy something that you know somebody's bought cheap and they put a bunch of work in it, they're going to end up having quite a bit of money in it. Now, if I wouldn't have dropped all this all at once, I wouldn't know exactly how much I would have had in this project over a long term, unless I just kept a log of it. So let's just say $2,700. Is it worth it? No, it's not. Will it make a good driver car? Absolutely. So basically, guys, I'm going to end this video right here. To ever make money on this car, you'd have to drive it a considerable amount of time with no issues. So I don't have no bad thoughts about it. So what I do next? So I'm gonna get that other stuff knocked out in the morning, and I'll see y'all then. If you haven't liked this video, please hit that like button. If you got something to comment below, like what I should name this thing, I've been just kind of loosely calling it Barney, because, you know, even though it is a radar blue, which is that really cool bluish purple color you see on S10s and stuff, the Geos kind of fade to this nail polish purple color. And that's going to have to go soon too. I like the radar blue, I don't like the faded version. So I'd appreciate it if you liked the video, comment below, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button, guys. It really helps out. We're still kind of low on watch hours, but we got more than plenty of subscribers, but your subscription does help. So until then, guys, see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.